Thank you for watching Cryptic Chronicles. We hope you liked this video. Chapter 1. The Enigmatic Disappearance. It was a chilly October evening when Emily Sinclair, a vibrant and inquisitive woman of 28, vanished without a trace. Crescent Lake, with its serene waters and thick woods, was a paradise for outdoor enthusiasts. Nestled in the heart of Oregon, it was a small town where everyone knew each other, or so they thought. Emily had been an integral part of Crescent Lake. She had moved there with her family as a child and had never left. After graduating from the local high school and returning after college, she took up the role of the town's librarian, a position she had held for 5 years. Her passion for books was rivaled only by her love for the natural beauty that surrounded her. On that fateful day, Emily had set out on one of her favorite hiking trails. She had informed her best friend, Sarah, about her plans. Sarah was worried, as always, but she also knew that Emily was an experienced hiker who was well prepared for any excursion. Emily was last seen by a couple of fellow hikers at the entrance of the trail. She was wearing her usual hiking attire, a sturdy pair of boots, khaki pants, and a bright red jacket. Her backpack was filled with essentials like water, snacks, a first aid kit, and a fully charged cell phone. She planned to hike to a picturesque waterfall, snap a few photos, and return before nightfall. However, as the sun dipped below the horizon and darkness fell over Crescent Lake, Emily did not return. Chapter 2. The Last Known Trail. The disappearance of Emily Sinclair sent shockwaves through Crescent Lake. The town had never experienced anything like this. Sure, they had their fair share of lost dogs and the occasional injured hiker, but this was different. Emily was not just another resident. She was the heart and soul of the town. The initial hours after her disappearance were filled with frantic calls and texts to her cell phone. But it soon became evident that something was amiss when all calls went straight to voicemail. Panic began to set in, and Sarah was the first to raise the alarm. She called the local authorities, and the search for Emily Sinclair began. Local law enforcement, along with volunteers from the town, initiated an extensive search effort. The trail was well marked, and it was unlikely that Emily could have gotten lost. But hope was fading as the hours turned into days, and there was no sign of her. Helicopters with infrared cameras swept over the dense woods surrounding the town, searching for any signs of life. The search dogs were brought in, and every inch of the trail was scoured, but it seemed as if Emily had vanished into thin air. Chapter 3. The Agonizing Wait. Days turned into weeks, and Crescent Lake was gripped by a growing sense of unease. Emily's family, friends, and the entire town refused to give up hope. They organized search parties, made posters, and reached out to the media for help. Emily's smiling face was plastered on the news, and her story became a national sensation. Sarah, Emily's best friend, was torn apart by guilt and anxiety. She blamed herself for not joining Emily on the hike. She knew Emily would have insisted on going alone if she couldn't make it. She was haunted by the thought that maybe, just maybe, if she had been there, Emily wouldn't have vanished. Local law enforcement became more deeply involved, and search and rescue teams continued to scour the area. The days turned into a blur of hope, despair, and an agonizing wait for answers. Chapter 4. The Mysterious Note. 2 weeks after Emily's disappearance, when it seemed that hope was fading, a breakthrough came in the form of an anonymous letter. It arrived at the Crescent Lake Sheriff's Office in a plain envelope with no return address. The letter contained a single sentence written in hurried handwriting. "I know where she is." The police immediately launched an investigation into the origins of the letter. Forensic experts examined it for fingerprints and DNA, but the envelope yielded no helpful evidence. The letter's postmark indicated it had been sent from a nearby town, but surveillance footage from the post office revealed nothing of significance. The discovery of the letter added a new layer of complexity to the investigation. Who had sent it, and did they truly know Emily's whereabouts? Or was it just a cruel hoax, preying on the desperation of a town that longed for answers? Chapter 5. Uncovering Secrets. With a new lead, investigators shifted their focus to the townspeople and those who knew Emily well. Crescent Lake was a place where everyone seemingly knew everyone else, and where secrets were rare, or so they thought. The investigation revealed a web of hidden emotions and strained relationships among the town's residents. As the detectives dug deeper, they uncovered long-buried secrets, betrayals, and grudges that had festered beneath the town's tranquil surface. Emily, the beloved librarian, had unwittingly been a confidant to many. People came to her for books, but they also came to her with their troubles and their secrets. Some secrets were mundane, like a secret crush, while others were darker, like hidden addictions and long-buried scandals. As the list of potential suspects grew, detectives began to wonder if Emily's knowledge of these secrets had somehow led to her disappearance. Did someone want to silence her to protect their hidden truths? Chapter 6. The Labyrinth of Clues. The discovery of hidden secrets added layers to the investigation. Cryptic messages and hidden clues began to emerge, seemingly pointing towards Emily's whereabouts. These clues were scattered throughout Crescent Lake, like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle waiting to be solved. One such clue was a map found in Emily's apartment, marked with cryptic symbols that seemed to correspond with locations in the town. Another clue was a series of coded messages hidden within her favorite books in the library. Each message was a riddle, and as they were decoded, they revealed snippets of information about her disappearance. The townspeople, spurred on by their love for Emily and their determination to bring her home, formed their teams of amateur detectives. They scoured the town, following the clues left behind by their beloved librarian, hoping that they would lead to her safe return. Chapter 7. A Web of Suspicion. As the investigation progressed, suspicion began to fall on several individuals, including Sarah, Emily's best friend. Their friendship had been unbreakable, but as detectives delved into the secrets Emily had been privy to, Sarah became a person of interest. Sarah vehemently denied any involvement in Emily's disappearance. She had an airtight alibi, having been at work at the time Emily went missing. Still, the circumstantial evidence was difficult to ignore. Emily had confided in Sarah about some of the secrets she had uncovered, and someone might have seen their friendship as a vulnerability to exploit. The strain on Sarah's relationship with Emily's family and the town was palpable. She felt like an outsider in a place she had always considered home, and the weight of suspicion bore down on her shoulders like a heavy burden. Chapter 8. The Trail Less Traveled. While the investigation seemed to lead in circles, a breakthrough occurred when a group of amateur sleuths, inspired by Emily's love for puzzles and mysteries, decided to take matters into their own hands. They were a diverse group, consisting of tech-savvy teenagers, retired engineers, and avid readers who had been inspired by Emily's passion for uncovering secrets. Armed with a cryptic map found in Emily's apartment, they ventured into the woods, determined to follow the trail that their beloved librarian had left behind. The map was a maze of symbols and coordinates that seemed to defy conventional interpretation. Guided by their unwavering determination, they embarked on a journey deep into the heart of the forest, where they believed the map would lead them to the answers they sought. The trip was fraught with challenges, from treacherous terrain to unexpected wildlife encounters. But they pressed on, knowing that their pursuit was a testament to their love for Emily and their commitment to finding her. Chapter 9. The Cabin's Secrets. Their perseverance paid off when, deep in the woods, they stumbled upon an abandoned cabin. The cabin was weathered and overgrown with ivy, a hidden gem that time had forgotten. Inside, they discovered journals filled with Emily's writings, detailing her fascination with the mysteries of the town. The journals contained cryptic references to a key of truth hidden in plain sight, and Emily believed that finding it would uncover the town's darkest secret. It was a secret that someone would go to great lengths to protect, even if it meant making Emily disappear. The amateur sleuths meticulously examined the journals, deciphering the clues and piecing together the puzzle that Emily had left behind. Each entry was a window into her brilliant mind, and as they read, they felt a profound connection with her, as if she were guiding them from beyond. Chapter 10. The Unraveling of the Mystery. As the pieces of the puzzle fell into place, the true nature of Emily's disappearance began to emerge. The key of truth was not a physical object but a metaphorical one, representing the town's collective secrets. Emily had been on the brink of exposing this secret, and someone had silenced her to protect it. The amateur sleuths, now armed with a clearer understanding of Emily's mission, resolved to carry on her work. They knew that they were closing in on the truth, and they could not rest until justice was served. With newfound determination, the town rallied together, determined to uncover the truth and bring justice to Emily's name. As they deciphered the final riddles in her journals, they realized that the answer lay in confronting the town's darkest secret head-on. Chapter 11. Justice Served. In a dramatic showdown, the residents of Crescent Lake confronted the keeper of the town's secret, the person responsible for Emily's disappearance. The truth came to light in a tense confrontation that left the town in shock. The perpetrator was revealed to be someone who had been close to Emily, someone who had been trusted, and who had betrayed the trust in the most heinous way. Motivated by a desperate desire to protect the town's hidden truths, they had silenced Emily forever. As the perpetrator was taken into custody, Crescent Lake grappled with the realization that their idyllic town had concealed such darkness. The key of truth had been uncovered, and although it had brought pain and turmoil, it had also cleansed the town of its darkest secrets. Chapter 12. The Legacy of Emily Sinclair. Crescent Lake, once a town hiding behind a facade of tranquility, was now a place where secrets were shared, not buried. Emily Sinclair's legacy lived on, not just as the town's beloved librarian, but as the woman who had brought light to the darkest corners of the community. In the years that followed, Crescent Lake transformed. The town became a symbol of resilience and honesty, a place where the truth was cherished, and secrets were no longer allowed to fester. The key of truth had brought about a reckoning, and the town emerged stronger for it. A memorial was erected in Emily's honor, overlooking the lake she had loved so dearly. It was a place where people could come to reflect and remember the woman who had inspired them to seek the truth, no matter the cost. Emily Sinclair's disappearance remained a mystery, but her legacy was a beacon of light that guided the town toward a brighter future.